What's up you guys, it's the daddy with the caddy and welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing a complete maintenance service on the Cadillac. There'll be timestamps and the time bar so you could just skip forward and watch whatever service you want to see, or you could just skip to the end and find out how much I've been spending on this Cadillac. So let's get to it.
Let's start with the oil change. Set the emergency parking brake on. Lift the vehicle up with a floor jack and support it on jack stands. Have your oil catch pan ready. Loosen the drain plug. Once it's done draining, tighten the drain plug back. The oil filter is located on the left side, driver's side of the motor. Place some rags or towels underneath the filter to catch any oil spills from the housing. Six quarts of oil is required. To replace the air filter, loosen 4 knob screws from the housing. Loosen the air intake hose clamp. Let's clean the throttle body. Remove the plastic cover. There should be a knob screw or a nut holding it in place. Spray throttle body cleaner onto a rag or towel and wipe clean the throttle body ports. You can either push in the throttle body plates or place a ratchet on the bracket cable to keep it from moving like I did. I replaced the PCV valve with the correct part. I also noticed that the grommet and hose were worn out, so I went ahead and replaced them as well. Now let's remove the spark plugs and wires. Remove the ignition wire cover. Unplug the ignition wire. Use a 5/8 magnet socket and a 3-inch extension and a long ratchet to remove the spark plug. Add a small amount of NICs to the spark plug threads to prevent them from getting stuck. Hand tighten the plug before tightening it snug, or torque at 20 foot-pounds. Remove the old ignition wire, match the length with the new one, add a small amount of dielectric grease and install the new wire. Follow the same procedure for the rest of them. You will have to remove this bracket to gain access to the ignition wire located in cylinder 1. That's if you're replacing the wires. You might think replacing the rear spark plugs is difficult, but it really wasn't. It wasn't too bad at all. I was able to get around the hoses and wires and remove the spark plugs without needing to physically see them. You just have to feel around. I'm installing a new ignition coil on top of the new distributor. Install the ignition wires on the new cap and remove the old one. There's 4 screws. I didn't get a chance to record this part. The rotor is held by 2 screws. After replacing the distributor cap, I had to replace it again with a different brand. The lower price brand Master Pro will break when unplugging the wires. It was too fragile. I did a simple power steering fluid change. Use a pump to siphon the old fluid out. Pour some fresh power steering fluid into the pump. Start the car and turn the wheel from left to right. You want to do this a few times until the power steering fluid becomes clear. I only did this until I ran out of power steering fluid to refill it. The last thing I did was replace the transmission filter. It's a messy job. Since the transmission pan doesn't have a drain plug, make sure to have plenty of cardboard underneath the car and a large catch pan. Remove several 10mm bolts around the pan. Remove the transmission filter by pulling it out. Be very careful.
Did it break?
The nozzle can break inside of the transmission.
It fucking broke in there.
But I was able to remove it.
There you go.
Wipe clean the surface. Clean the transmission pan. There should be a magnet attached to the pan, but this one didn't come with one. I'm assuming someone else did this job before and just forgot to put it back. You can use some RTV silicone or copper spray to keep the new gasket in place. Install the new filter and the transmission pan. Hand tighten the bolts. Then evenly snug them, or torque at 10 foot-pounds. Pour 6 quarts of Dextron 3 transmission fluid through the dipstick tube. Start the car, let the engine idle for about 10 minutes. Then shift through every gear for about 5 seconds. And you should be good, but you can always double check the transmission fluid dipstick level before you go on a drive and add more if it's needed.
Alright you guys, if y'all found this video helpful, hit that like button. So the Cadillac is finally running and I've been driving it to work every day. It's been an okay daily car. I mean, it's comfortable, it breaks a few necks, and I mean, I like the style. But it needs so much more work, so much more things to get done to be considered a good, reliable daily car. You know, a cheap car sounds like a good idea at first, but then with the amount of unexpected work and maintenance or repairs that it needs, you end up spending so much in the long run that you could just get a better, proper daily car. And that's where I'm at the moment. I already invested, I already spent the amount that I wanted to spend on this Cadillac. So these Cadillac videos are gonna slow down. I'm finna take a break. Well, Daddy with the Caddy is finna take a break, and we're bringing back XJ Jesse. So for my new Cadillac subscribers, be patient you guys. I'll be back. Daddy with the Caddy will be back. And for my Jag and Grand Marquis subscribers, thanks for being patient you guys. I appreciate y'all. We back, baby. So thanks for watching. Late.